Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Rosie. Much appreciated. Let's just let everyone get in, get out, do a movement. So, yes, my name is Alistair Chapman. I'm a Senior Director at CBRE. I lead the Northern Development team here. So I do a lot of work with local authorities, developers all around the country, and particularly with transport projects as well. So today's session, we are going to be talking about connecting place to wider transport network. So we've got an hour till lunch. Come on, we can make this. Let's keep going. We're going to be interactive. So you're going to have to get your phones ready. We're going to do some Slido. There are going to be some questions. They're really hard, so you have to really concentrate. So please think carefully. We'll come back to those in one moment. Just a little bit of a sense of my experience, just for a moment. So in that work I do with local authorities and developers, as Rosie's mentioned and the other speakers have already touched on, it's about how do you make schemes commercially successful. Super, super important. And actually transport is the key part of that. And it was brought home to me last week. So my father-in-law, he's 76. He's not ridden a bike for 20 years. He came home with an electric bike. He negotiated the price down by 500 quid in the shop. I mean, who does that? I mean, it's unbelievable. But since then, he's been around his town. He's probably covered about 40, 50 miles in the last week. He's 76 years old. How are we thinking about these people in terms of our transport planning? That's certainly not something I've been having discussions about, but these things are going to change rapidly, and it's happening really right now. So let's do some questions, and then we can get our speakers on, and they can bring all this to life for us. So, the first one, as per my father-in-law, have any of you used an e-scooter or an e-bike for commuting? So, if you're able to bring out your phones, your devices, do the QR code, sign yourselves up. Interesting. More yeses than I thought. That's great. Still moving. We all done? Yeah, some thumbs at the back. Right. Next one, please, Amy. Thank you. Do you consider that infrastructure, bike storage, showers, etc., for active travel to your local interchange station is sufficient? The age-old problem, where do I put my clothes? Where do I put my bike? Is it safe? Is it not safe? Oh, it's a bit sketchy in that part of town, etc., etc. What a surprise. Well, we thought we'd just test. You know, there might have been 1% out there. But I know that's a problem for me. Yeah. Great. Thanks, Amy. I think that's conclusive. Next one. Since the pandemic, are you seeing any meaningful positive change in conversations with local authorities about transport connectivity projects? And this is the positive change we're talking about let's design the transport and the green space first. Not sort of, let's talk about planning policy, that was written 10 years ago. This is good. This is good. I think Sam Cullen from Network Rail will talk to us about this in a moment, his experience of restoring his railways, because that's starting to resonate there as well. That's really good. Brilliant. Thanks, Amy. Next one. Yeah, this is a good one. Right. Would you rather have a Tesla parked in front of your house or have no need to own a car? Okay, be honest. It's anonymous. No one knows. This is all about perceptions, as Simone will come on and tell us about in a moment. Wow, very impressive. Lovely. Okay, Amy, next one. Right, getting harder. You've got a few things to choose from. So what do you think is the biggest barrier to growth in micro-mobility? Is it user perceptions? Is it the lack of suitable transport links, like we talked about before? Lack of infrastructure at the station, the cost of the vehicles. Can you negotiate £500 off an e-bike in a shop? There's your challenge. Like my father-in-law, unbelievable. He's never paid full price for anything in his life, he tells me. Safety, interesting, okay. Cost, look at you guys. High rollers, no problem. Right, okay, yeah, useful. Amy, next one, please. In your experience of how high up a developer's priority list is transport infrastructure when planning developments? I think we've all sat in these meetings, haven't we? Is it going to stay like that? Going to move a little bit? Okay. Be interested to see how this one moves. Maybe if we come back next year, we can ask the same question. Yeah, I see that. Amy, and the final one? So we're going to leave this one kind of running a little bit. So this is, in your experiences as a group, what fantastic examples have you seen? Are there some great exemplars out there that you could sort of put here? Put your name as well, and we'll make you stand up at the end so everyone can wave at you, and then they can speak to you in the lunch break. But yeah, we'll go from there. Right, so our speakers today, we have some fantastic people coming on to speak to you. We've got Sam Cullen from Restoring Your Railways at Network Rail. He's going to come on and give us a piece in one moment. Just hang on, Sam, hang on. We've got George Beard, who's going to talk to us about micromobility, which is absolutely fantastic. Simone is going to stay and give some case studies, well, one in particular of West Hailsham, where he's doing a really interesting piece about how you connect the station to a suburban location. And then wrapping it all up will be, again, a live case study from David and Josh from Sweco and Balfour Beatty, who talk about what they're doing in Bradford, live and direct. And we'll try and wrap it up by 1 o'clock, because I know those tummies will be rumbling. So, Sam, without further ado.